If you struggle with getting things done in life, you need to try out these tips. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dinma. If you're new here, welcome. I put out videos about lifestyle, girly tips, girly advice, woman to woman talk, hygiene, fashion, and beauty. But today we're going to be looking at tips on how to overcome procrastination and to get things done, like really get things done. So without much further ado, let's just get into the video. So today we're going to be looking at several tips on how to overcome procrastination. A lot of us in life, we have goals, we have plans, we have dreams, we have projects, we have things we want to accomplish. But we keep on pushing off those things to tomorrow, to tomorrow, to tomorrow. And before we know it, years have gone by and we haven't actually done those things. And then we sink into depression or a place where we feel like we can't do anything or there's nothing we can achieve in life. So I'm going to be giving you several tips, and some of these tips I've actually tried for myself. I need to take a chill pill, I need to relax, I need to calm. I know I'm excited, but I need to calm down. So some of these tips I've actually tried for myself and some I haven't, but yeah, I'm going to be giving you guys these tips, and yeah, just do what works for you. So the first tip, and these tips are in no particular order, I'm just putting all of them out there. So the first tip is to find your motivator. If there's something you want to accomplish in life, if there's something you want to do, find your motivator. Why do you want to do this thing? That is the question you should ask yourself before you actually start to do that thing. Why do you want to do it? Why am I doing this thing? Why am I doing that? Is a very, very important question, because I feel like once you pin that down, you pin down the reason why you actually want to do this thing. That will serve as the motivator for you. Because if you don't have anything inspiring you, anything pushing you, anything making you to get up every morning, like you don't have anything that is getting you out of bed every morning, so you know want to do that stuff to pursue whatever it is you want to achieve. If you don't have a motivator, you're going to find yourself pushing things up to tomorrow, to tomorrow, to tomorrow. You won't really be fully dedicated to achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. So if you have something you want to do, before you start to do that thing, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Let's say, for instance, now you want to travel the world. You want to travel the world. That is what you want to do. And then you start off a business. And for you to be fully dedicated to give your whole to that business, the motivator there is you want to travel the world. So whenever you feel like you want to give up, you're not fully dedicated, you're not putting your 100% into that business, and you're not seeing results. When you remember that, oh, I want to travel the world, I want to tour the world, I want to go to this country, I want to explore, that will push you, that will make you get up of bed. Even when you find yourself lazy and you're scrolling through Instagram and you see people living the life you want to live, you see people going to countries, going on vacation that you yourself you're dreaming of going on. I'm telling you, that will push you to get out of bed and to really, pursue that thing and to give your whole and all into whatever you think that is the means that's going to help you travel and just achieve your goals and dreams. So you need to find your motivator. Always ask yourself, why am I doing this? Have a reason, have a motivator, something that will push you out of the bed every day. So that is number one tip. Tip number two is create accountability. There are several ways you can go about this. One of the ways I have tried is, having an accountability partner, just someone. It could be a very close friend or a family member. That, okay, if my goal is to, achieve something, I will just tell the person, my accountability partner, I'll just tell the person, oh, I want to achieve this by the end of this time. So this is my deadline. This is what I want to achieve. So that person is my accountability partner. So that person will be a constant reminder. So maybe by the end of the week, the person will ask me, oh, what have you done towards achieving this thing? What have you done that will take you a step further to this goal you set for yourself? What have you done? And if any way I'm lagging behind, or I'm not doing anything, or maybe one or two things happen, I haven't been able to do anything, to do much, I will just have a conversation with that person and be like, oh, I did this, and I'm a step closer. Oh, I didn't do this, I was feeling lazy throughout the whole week, and just have a conversation, because I feel like when you start having that kind of conversation with the person, that is you taking accountability for whatever the reason it is that made you not to, do anything to take you closer to your dreams. So that person will be a constant reminder, reminding you that, oh, you have goals, you have these things you want to achieve. What are the steps you are taking to achieve them? And if you feel like you're the type of person that you don't like telling people your plans and your dreams and your goals, I'm also that kind of person to an extent, and you don't like telling people about something you want to do when you haven't accomplished it yet. You like to keep it silent. You should just set daily reminders or have a journal or have a conversation with yourself, and you tell yourself, oh, I want to do this. What are the steps I'm taking? So whether you have an accountability partner or you just have a journal where you write down things, so whatever the reason, when you ask yourself, okay, what are the things, what are the steps I've taken towards achieving those goals? If there are some steps you've actually taken towards achieving that goals, then you just write them down or you tell your accountability partner, and you figure that alone. When you see the steps you've taken and how far you've come, the progress you've made, you might not have achieved your goals yet, but when you see the steps you've taken and the progress you've made, that will push you into doing more. That will push you into continuing in that path, in that direction, to keep taking steps towards achieving your goals. But if you feel like you've not been doing anything, in the stance that you've not been doing anything towards achieving your goals, that also will also be a reminder to you that, oh, you need to start taking steps. You need to get out of bed. You need to quit the lazy era. You need to start being productive. You need to start doing something towards achieving your goals. So creating accountability is very, very, very good, and it will help you to come out of the being it will help you stop procrastinating and just get things done. Number three is avoid distractions. Distractions can come in all form and all types. It can come in human form, it can come in gadget form, whatever. So whatever it is that you know that is taking too much of your time and it's not even productive, you need to cut those things off. You might not be able to cut it off at once, but you need to reduce it, like take step by step, cut back on the time you spent on those things that are distractions, and before you know it, you would have completely stopped doing those things, or maybe just reduce the time you spent on those things very, very much. So let me say, if being online, if scrolling on Instagram, watching other people's posts and all of that is one of the reasons why you don't have enough time. Okay, let me give an example. Let me say you have plans to become a content creator, to actually get paid to be a content creator, and you spend 8 hours a day scrolling on the internet, going to Instagram, watching other people's posts, watching other people's video, when you yourself, you need to be putting out content for people to watch so that you can grow your page and eventually start getting paid as a content creator. So I'm not saying you should cut off going online completely, because at the same time, if you want to be a content creator, you need to spend a good amount of time on the internet, so you know what is trending, what people are watching, what people need, so you can put out videos that people need. Yes, but you need to cut back on that time. If you're spending 8 hours a day scrolling on Instagram, watching other people's posts, you need to cut it back to 2 hours and use the remaining 6 hours to create content, your own content that you can put out there. So that's just it. You need to cut back on the time. If it's movies that is a distraction, you need to cut back on the time. If you spend 5 hours a day watching movies, cut it back to an hour, or cut it back to just one movie per day, and just cut back on distractions, reduce the time you spend on things that are not productive or things that are not helping you reach your goals. So just cut back on those things and really, really focus on the things that are really, really important and will take you steps closer to your goals. Another thing is writing down your goals. You need to write it down. I am telling you, if you don't write down your goals, you're going to forget them. That is just a fact, because visual is very, very, very important. When you have a vision, when you have things that you want to achieve, by the time you write them down, and maybe you just write it on a post-it and just put it somewhere in your room, on the wall, whatever. Whenever you see that thing, it will be a reminder that yes, I need to achieve this thing. What are the things I need to do to achieve this thing? What are the steps I need to take to achieve my goals? So writing down your goals will help you in so many ways, because when you write down something that you want to achieve and eventually you achieve that thing and you come back and you see that thing you've written and oh, I've achieved this thing, that will also serve as a motivation for you to, get things done, for you to do something bigger, for you to continue to pursue something greater. And also when you write things down, it will be a constant reminder to you. It will be whenever you walk by, or maybe it's a post-it in your room, just somewhere in the wall even. Whenever you pass by and you see it, it's a reminder that, oh, I need to do something to achieve this goal. I need to do something. So that will help you to stop putting off things to tomorrow, because if there's something you need to do and you're saying, oh, I will do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, whenever you walk by, that's why it's always important to paste it somewhere you can see it all the time. Not just writing it down, but paste it somewhere you can see it all the time. Write it on a post-it and put it in the wall of your room. So every time, whenever you go into your room, you're going to see that, and that will remind you that, oh, what are you doing? You need to get up, girl. You need to get to work. You need to do something to achieve this particular goal. So write it down, paste it somewhere you're going to say it. So it will be a constant reminder, and it will help you to, overcome procrastination and just get it done immediately. And also when you've done one particular stuff, it will motivate you to move on to the next, to the next, and to the next. That way you overcome procrastination. You become a really, really productive human in the society. Yes. So another tip is to give yourself breaks. You need to rest. We all need rest. You need rest. When you've achieved one particular thing, I feel like you should give yourself a treat and you just rest for some period of time before you move on to the next. Do not overwork yourself, because if you overwork yourself, you're going to get exhausted, tired, and that will give you an excuse to postpone the things you actually need to get done. So when you achieve something, you need to rest, take a break, especially when you've achieved something really big, you've overcome, let me say you've achieved a goal you set for yourself. Before you move on to the next goal, before you move on to the next thing, big thing you want to do, rest, take a break, give yourself rest. So by the time you move on to the next thing, the next big thing you want to do, you are refreshed, you have strength, you have energy to, get on that thing. And that way you will not use laziness, you will not use tiredness as an excuse, you will not use exhaustion as an excuse not to get things done. So give yourself breaks, so whenever you want to embark on something new, you have the strength to do it, and you will not procrastinate because you are too tired, or you are exhausted, or you are drained to actually do that stuff. So yes, take breaks. When you achieve something, rest and then move on to the next thing. And the final tip I am going to give to you guys today is to set reasonable goals. Not set goals that are not reasonable. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Okay, let me say you want $10 million. You want, that is your goal, to achieve $10 million, and you're giving yourself just 1 week to do that. I don't know if I'm making sense. So yeah, you need to set reasonable goals, and you need to give yourself a reasonable amount of time to actually achieve those goals. So set reasonable goals. If you need to break down the goal into three little goals, into three small goals, smaller goals, you can do that. So when it comes to achieving your goals, time is actually a very, very huge factor, because you can't have this huge goal you want to achieve and then you give yourself a reasonable time frame to achieve that thing. And when you don't achieve it within the time frame you set for yourself, you find yourself sinking into depression, and you don't even really want to, continue doing that thing. You don't even want to do anything anymore. You start pushing things off to tomorrow, you feel discouraged to do anything. So make sure you're setting reasonable goals. When you have a big goal, it is also important that it is helpful, it is good that you break down big goals into smaller goals, so that's way you like you have reasonable time to achieve them. If there's something big you really want to achieve, you can break it down into three small goals, and then you give yourself the time achieve it. So when you achieve one small goal, you are a step closer into achieving that big goal. And when you achieve a small goal, it will also motivate you to move on to the next small goal. And that way you find yourself getting closer and closer to the big goal, that you really, really want to achieve. So, give yourself set reasonable goals and give yourself reasonable time frames to achieve those goals. And if you need to break down those goals into smaller goals to help you, and you can do that to help yourself. Okay, you're not in a race with anybody, you are just in competition with yourself and yourself alone. So whatever it is you need to do to help you achieve your goals and not to procrastinate, do them. Okay, so break down the goals into smaller goals, give yourself reasonable time frame to achieve those goals, so that when you don't meet up, you don't sink into depression and you find yourself pushing things off, and you don't want to do anything anymore. So yeah, these are the tips I have for you guys to overcome procrastination. Yeah, I do hope you find these tips helpful, and you overcome I hope you overcome procrastination. If you are in that era, you're in that space where you keep procrastinating and putting things off to tomorrow, I really do hope you come out of it and just implement these tips, and I'm sure it will be very, very helpful to you. And I just want you to achieve your goals. I want you to achieve your dreams, accomplish the things you are meant to accomplish in life. Stop procrastinating. So you just implement these tips into your daily life, and I'm sure it will go a long way, and it will really, really help you stop procrastinating. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it is helpful to you guys, so you can share this video to whoever um it's going to be beneficial to. And just give this video a huge thumbs up in general to encourage me to make more videos like this. And subscribe to my channel. That is very, very important. Yes, thank you. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Comment down below if there's any tip you want to add, or if there's something you want to try. Let's just have a conversation in the comment section. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.